Hello, everyone. Welcome to Better Talks. I'm here today with a special guest, and I'm going to kindly allow her to introduce herself to the audience.
Hello, hi, I'm Dr. Nicole Bradford. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here today. I'm excited to share my information with Better Talks. I am the owner of Maintain the Flame, and it's a company designed to help others design the life that they desire. And we encourage individuals to live an audaciously authentic life. And we do that by tapping into our inner potential, focusing on what serves us and connecting with individuals for support to help you have the life that you desire.
Awesome. Wow. That's very interesting. I usually like to ask my guests to share with us how they came about getting involved in starting your own business, the idea, the vision.
Yes. Well, I can say honestly, I was asked this question a couple of weeks ago on another podcast, and I started to reflect on it. When did I actually start public speaking? Well, in the late 1990s, many years ago, I was in college at Grambling State University. And while on campus, of course, they have lots of pageants on campus. They have Miss uh, SGA, they have different pageants that go out and they represent the campus. And so, because I was involved heavily on campus in the Student Government Association, I decided to join the Miss Austin pageant. And the first time around, I did not win, I made the runner up. And then the second time around, I became the first African American to hold the title of Miss Austin. And that's where my
Wow.
public speaking began. I began going to different colleges and conferences and high school graduations. And I think that's where the spark initially began for me to go out and spread a positive message and let others know that they can have potential insight and they can design the life that they desire. And so we fast forward a couple of years to my adult life. I began Maintain the Flame in 2018. I first wrote my first journal, and it's one step is all it takes. And that's because
Mm.
we all have goals and dreams and desires that we're interested in, but sometimes we'll catch ourselves saying, I'm too old or it's too late in life, but it's you're never too old and it's never too late. It only takes one step in the positive direction to ignite your dreams and your desires.
Wow, wow. Thanks for sharing that journey with me. One question I want to ask you, what do you think could be an hindrance from people taking action to pursue the life that they dream about?
Well, I think a lot of people have the opportunities to pursue, but I think sometimes we are kind of take a step back because we look at others. I think that's one of our main challenges. We're constantly comparing ourselves to other people, and we think, okay, well, I want to start a podcast, but I probably shouldn't do it because there's so many out there. Or I'm
Mm.
interested in opening a franchise, but why should I do that when there's 50 different chicken stores that's out there? But we have to understand that you possess a type of originality. You are unique, and it's your special gifts and qualities that will set you apart from everyone else. So, despite there might be lots of competition, and that
Mm.
does exist, but you are unique. You have the potential, and you have the ability to move forward if you just believe in yourself.
Wow, wow, what a brilliant answer. So what's your view on the fear factor and the failure factor?
Hmm, great question. A lot of people, we don't want to fail. We have fear of the unknown. So since that we say fear of the unknown, we say, okay, I'm not going to take this chance. What may happen? I think sometimes we talk ourselves out of situations
Mm.
because instead of coming up with the positive things that could go wrong, we focus on all of the things, I mean, the positive things that could go right. We focus on all of the things that could go wrong. And so we kind of talk ourselves out of situations. We talk ourselves out of relationships. We talk ourselves out of opportunities in the professional realm because we think, it can't be that good, or this idea cannot be that great. I don't think I'll get enough clients. Instead of having the courage to step forward and taking that first step. So, a lot of the great things that we want in life are on the other side of fear. And I always say that while I'm going through the process, it's guaranteed that I'm going to fail. We have to fail in order to learn. But what's most important is that I'm able to learn something in the process. So I'm initially failing forward.
Wow, that's wow, failing forward. So most people fail backward. When you're saying
Yes.
that, you can fail forward.
Hmm.
So that shows that failure can propel you.
That's right.
Wow, wow, interesting. So can you kindly explain each letter of the word maintain? Because I'm just curious to know what each letter stands for.
Yes. Well, thank you for the question. I get excited about that. There's a
Awesome.
little acronym that I came up with. It's maintain, and it's part of maintain the flame. And so, of course, there are 8 strategies that you can apply to your life right now to design the life that you desire. And so, the first letter is M, and that is your mindset. And I always say that I believe that my mistakes or my missteps in life has positively altered my mindset because it gives me an opportunity to reflect on where I am, what went wrong, and also what can I do differently the next time around. So just make sure that when you're thinking about your mindset, it's a little bit more than just writing down the positive affirmations, but you have to believe in yourself and you have to put that in action. So with your mindset, you can either be proactive, that you're prepared for the future. This may go wrong, but even if that does go wrong, this is what I can do to prepare myself. Or you can be reactive. And we don't want to be reactive. We want to make sure we have a positive mindset that will help to sustain us over time. The next letter is A, action. Make
Mm,
sure that you take action towards your goal. And when I say take action, it brings us back to the one step it is all it takes. Because when you're taking action, let's say I decide, I want to lose a couple of pounds. I don't have to go out and run a marathon. I don't have to sign up tomorrow and work out for 3 or 4 hours straight, but it's just that I'm taking a step each day. So I may commit to, I'm going to walk from my front yard to the stop sign. And then the next day, I'm going to build upon that. But taking some type of action to hold yourself accountable each day to get towards your goal. The next one is going to be I. Be intentional. Be
mm,
intentional with the life that you live. And we know in life there are relationships and support systems are very important. So be intentional with the relationships that you have in your workplace. You want to build strong relationships so that you trust each other with the work that you have to complete. You want to be intentional with the goals that you set for yourself. You may set a goal, but you're going to intentionally work towards that goal every day. The next letter is N.
mm,
Nurture, nurture, and nurture some more. So many times in our world, we get overwhelmed with everything that we have on our plate that we're not able to step back and take time for ourselves. And this is so important. When you come home from work, instead of just walking straight into the house and start cooking and cleaning or engaging with other people, make sure you take a couple of minutes to yourself. You may want to sit in your car or listen to a motivational tape or a song or a book that you like on your drive in so you're able to de stress. So when you come into the home, everyone else is not your enemy and you're upset and
mm,
you're still stressed out. You've had a moment to yourself. Or even you may come into the home, finish your duties for the day, and make sure that the last 30 minutes of the day is going to be set aside just for me. And that could be just to soak your feet, read your favorite book, or just sit down with a nice glass of wine. Make sure that you continue to nurture yourself. The next letter is T for being tenacious. We must be
mm,
tenacious with the life that we live. We have to have that vigor. We have to go after our goals and our dreams, and we have to know what's important to us. So, having some tenacity helps in the process. Then
mm,
the next letter is A, authenticity. Unfortunately, so many of us walk around with a mask on. We're really not being true to ourselves and who we are and what we want to be in life. And so
Yeah.
we try to wear the mask to fit in with everyone else. So making sure that you tap into your inner self. I was just on another podcast the other day and we talked about the importance of going back and revisiting the younger version of yourself. What were some
Mm.
things that you truly loved and enjoyed? What brought you joy? And those things and those items, that may be something you want to revisit so that you can remember to remain connected to yourself and to be authentic. And then the next letter would be I for integrity. Make sure you have
Okay.
integrity in everything you do. In a world, unfortunately, where everything goes, when people just turn a blind eye, and I don't want to stand up because I don't want to ruffle feathers with you, have enough courage and boldness to stand up for what's right and hold on to your integrity because at the end, that's what sets you apart. And then the last letter would be N, non negotiables. We all have standards, we all have expectations, and it's okay to hold on to those standards because you want to make sure that you're protecting you and who you are, and be willing to stand firm and have your non negotiables because your standards are what you've set for yourself and your future. So, those are just 8 quick strategies that you can utilize to design the life that you desire.
Wow, 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 wow. I'm in love with this 8 strategies.
Thank
Each of
you.
them, each of them really, based on the explanation, is something just the mindset on its own. It's huge.
Yes.
And then action and tenacity. I wish I could remember all of them. But just why do you start with mindset? Just out of curiosity. I'm looking at the first letter and
Mhm.
then the ending letter.
Well,
Why do you
because,
think the mind is so crucial in as a
yes,
starting point?
our mind is powerful and it's going to believe whatever you tell it. And we all know that. So if you tell it, feed it positive, you're going to, whatever you feed it, that's what you're going to get out of it. So if you feed it positive information and positive affirmations, and you truly believe that you can excel and you can overcome, that's the outcome you're going to receive. But if you go into it negative and you're thinking, I don't know if this is going to work, I'm not going to put the effort in, there's too many people out there, most people that try to do this fail, then it may fail and you're not going to get the outcome that you're looking for. And you have to understand that it's very important as adults that we remember we don't have to be perfect. Unfortunately, in our society, we all want to walk around and we look at the social media, the TikToks, and the Instagram. Everyone presents this perfect life, but that's unrealistic. You're going to fail. And it's okay. Failure sometimes can be positive because it's going to propel you to where you need to be as long as you have that positive mindset.
So can people have a fixed mindset? Can people also have what it takes to grow their mindset?
Yes, growth mindsets are most important. You always want to be in a position where you can learn and you can grow and you can learn more. Even myself, as a parent to 3 amazing children, I still can learn from them. So you always want to position yourself to where you can learn from other people. You don't want to get to the place where you have this fixed mindset because I think the fixed mindset hurts us in all situations. It can hurt you on the job. You don't want to learn new skills because you've been doing this position for so many years, and that can keep you from a promotion and a fixed mindset in relationships. This is how it's been. But if you're not open to going and getting help, going and learning and growing more, then your relationship will never reach its fullest potential where it can be great. So let's move forward with growth mindset, being open to new information, new knowledge, and also making sure that we have a support system in place to help us grow.
Interesting. So this concept that you have, this powerful acronym maintain, is it a chronological order in a sense that you have to first of all start with mindset action, or anybody can just choose that letter that it can just apply immediately or that works for them.
No, I wouldn't say that it has to go in a particular order because
Okay.
remember, one step is all it takes. So, whatever letter resonates with you, whatever
Mm,
area you think, I would really benefit if I could just take a chance and I just start showing up authentic. If I just
mm,
find out who I am on the inside, what I truly love, and start walking towards that, I think that would make a difference. But the letters are there just to be a guide for you. I was watching a documentary a couple of months ago, and a young lady shared a powerful statement that she learned from her father that I have adopted. And in the documentary, she shares that he's told her to always live full but die empty. And I thought that was so profound. We need to make sure in life that we're showing up as our authentic self, that we're being genuine, and we're giving life 110% because we want to take advantage of the moments that we have and live life to its fullest. So when it's our time to depart, we leave nothing on the table. No regrets.
interesting. Wow. Speaking of being authentic, being true to yourself. I mean, we live in a world of social media where
Yes.
people don't, because of success, people we look at all these influencers, all these celebrities, we despise our own craft, our own work, our own passion because we're not making money from it. So what would your advice be for someone who's saying that I have a passion for something, but because it's not profitable, so they'll pretty much put that aside, their passion, and pursue something else just for the sake of money, and there's no sense of meaning that you're getting from it.
Yes. I would say your passion is a part of your purpose, and I would much rather walk in my purpose than to go to work every single day and be miserable and not be fulfilled. So it's just something that you have to sit down with yourself and you have to decide what's more important to you. And also understand that even walking in your passion and your purpose, if done correctly, everything else will fall into place and you can make money from it. It may not be 15 or 16 million dollars, but you can survive on it. And I always told my children, what's most important to me is that you're happy in life. There are so many stressors, and we know stress adds to the decline in our health and it hurts us internally. But if you're happy and you're fulfilled, you're able to better enjoy the life that you have. So I would say, even with the passions that you have, there are always ways that you can make it where you can make money off of your passion and you have new ideas. You have to do research, find out other individuals that are doing the passions or the activities that you're interested in, and then follow them to see what they're doing. Because obviously, if they have your eye, then they have the eye of others, and there's a way to make that a lucrative business that can bring you some form of happiness, fulfillment, and success.
Oh, thank you for that. Now, this leads me to nurturing. Just to clarify, you mentioned having time to nurture. Could that also mean nurturing your potential?
Oh, most definitely. Yes. You're setting aside time to work on your business or perfecting your craft or your passion. So when you're nurturing yourself, remember, nurture is a part of doing things that you love and enjoy. And so that's going to take you right back to your purpose. And that's going to give you the tools that you need to build that business or to build that passion and connect with like minded individuals that can provide you with the support you need to make your dream a reality.
Wow. So this strategy of personal and professional development, is it applicable to everyone, students, entrepreneurs, family?
Yes, yes, most definitely. I've been working in the field of education since the late 90s, so a little over 2 decades now. But I know that the strategies that we utilize in the school systems, and I've been able to be a supervisor and in a leadership role since my late 20s. And so I'll be 50 this year, and those strategies work across the line. So
Mm.
it's able to work in a corporate setting, it's able to work with the students that we connect with to make sure that they're able to maintain their fire. Students are under so much pressure and stress nowadays. And so they need to understand the importance of having a positive mindset, not giving into peer pressure. The same thing with normal everyday individuals. We have a lot of stress on our hands with our jobs, with our relationships, and the economy. And so this helps us to continue to keep our fire ignited and our passion for life. And despite the challenges that we may encounter, we're able to overcome and live a productive life that we enjoy.
Wow. So if the audience are interested to know about more about your work, what you do, or your book, how can they reach out to you?
Well, I would love to connect with you. Please feel free to visit www.maintaintheflame, all one word, .net. And I'm actually in the process of finishing up my book. It's entitled My Soul is Not for Sale. And so I can't give it all away, but hopefully I'll come back to Better Talks and I'll send you a copy so we'll have some information to share. But it has a lot of great tips and strategies on how to survive in the workplace, in our relationships, and in society, and being able to hold on to our integrity, dealing with our biases. And sometimes we're unconscious about that. We don't know that we have biases, and those affect us in our workplace, in our relationships, and in the society in which we live. So, My Soul for Sale coming out in
Mm.
September. Look forward to coming back on Better Talk so that we can discuss the book in detail.
Awesome, awesome.